The MREA Professional Standards Department is responsible for upholding the REALTOR Code, by which all members agree to abide. The ethical obligations outlined in the code are based on moral integrity, competent service to clients and customers, and dedication to the interest and welfare of the public. The code sets a high standard of professional conduct for all realtors and helps create a level of trust between realtors and their clients. Unfortunately, there are times when realtors fall short of the high standards set out in the code. You may have a client advise you that a realtor they have dealt with has behaved contrary to the REALTOR Code. You should advise that client to consider first contacting the broker for that realtor, or if they were not a client of that brokerage, to speak to the broker who was representing the client at the time their issue arose, to see if the broker can find an acceptable resolution to the problem. If the broker is unable to resolve the issue, the client may be directed to contact the MREA to launch a formal complaint. However, the client must keep in mind that the MREA complaint process is an investigation and disciplinary process between the MREA and its member, addressing alleged breaches of the REALTOR Code. It is not a court of law, and a complaint under the MREA complaint process will not result in financial compensation being provided to the client. If your client would like to make a complaint to the MREA about a realtor, the Professional Standards Department requires the following information in writing: property address related to the complaint, the name of the realtor involved in the complaint, any supporting documentation related to the complaint, the name and signature of the person making the complaint, a contact email, mailing address, and phone number for the person making the complaint. While a complaint does not need to be on a specific form, a fillable complaint form is available and can be accessed through the MREA website. A link is provided in the description below. Note that the MREA never investigates anonymous complaints and will not share the contact details of the person making a complaint with anyone else. Once the MREA receives a complaint, more detailed information will be provided to the person making the complaint regarding the investigative process and how the MREA can help. If the person making the complaint decides to proceed, the complaint will be sent to the realtor named in the complaint for their response. That response, along with the complaint, will then be provided to the MREA Investigative Committee to determine what happens next. Remember, the MREA can only address complaints made about members of the association and only as they relate to violations of the REALTOR Code. Complaints about non-members or issues related to violations of the Real Estate Services Act should be directed to the Manitoba Securities Commission for investigation. A link to their complaint process is provided in the description below. Please be mindful that the MREA is not able to award any form of financial compensation related to complaints about members under any circumstances, nor can it file an errors and omissions insurance claim for your client. If your client believes that a realtor caused them financial loss in relation to a real estate transaction, advise them to speak to their own lawyer about the options for their specific circumstances. In situations where the lawyer and client decide to proceed with claiming that a salesperson has caused the client financial loss, a lawyer would typically write a letter of demand or a statement of claim directed to the real estate professional and their brokerage that the client believes caused them financial loss. A statement of claim or letter of demand puts the real estate professional and their brokerage on notice in writing. Once the real estate professional and their brokerage receive the letter of demand or statement of claim, they should inform their claims insurer, as they are required to do so under their insurance policy. It is important that your client understands that the claims insurer only represents the real estate professional and is not the insurer for the person who suffered the loss. This is different from home or auto insurance claims that your clients may be more familiar with. They should ensure they clarify with their lawyer what the possible outcomes of the claims process are. Finally, the MREA cannot suspend or cancel the real estate license of any registrant. While it may be determined that the offending person is no longer welcome as a member of the association, only the Manitoba Securities Commission can make decisions regarding someone's license. For more information or to file a complaint with the MREA, please visit the link provided in the description below.